Hello and welcome to a God Tier meeting. Today we are doing a Bloomburrow draft, doing a little post commentary on the draft itself here, and then we'll get into actual real time commentary on the games and the deck list itself. So I open up looking at a bunch of really good cards, 3 rares in my first pack, but I end up going with the Fecund Green Shell just because I think it's one of the best cards, the most generic cards out of that first pack that can go into really any green deck. Pack 2, I go for a Life Creed Duo because I spent a bit of time on this decision. There's a lot of good cards in this pack, but Life Creed Duo is perhaps the most important card if you're playing a Bat deck specifically. So I go with the Life Creed Duo in this pack. And then going into pack 3, I'm looking at this removal spell. Maybe Saver's a really good card, but I end up going with the land just because it's really good in green decks. I grab a Raccoon Mentor, and then almost pick another removal spell, and I do pick it before picking up another Wandertail Mentor, and debating a little bit in this next pack here, but I go for a Sunshower Druid because I'm looking at very heavy green, so I'm definitely in green at this point. But then, towards the end of the pack, I see a bunch of blue and black spells, so I shift a little bit. And I keep thinking, maybe I go into rats, because it looks like rats are open. But pack 2, I open a third Wandertail Mentor, and I'm like, I'm in. Alright? So I pick up another Tree Guard Duo. Not another. I pick up a first Tree Guard Duo, a few 4-drops, think maybe I can go into black, and maybe I'm a 3-color Raccoon deck. But as I kind of go on, I realize I actually don't need any of these black cards. But we'll get to that later. I pick up some more Raccoon payoffs. I pick up a Lord as well as 2 Expend 4 payoffs. I pick up a 4th Wandertail Mentor, and now I'm so locked into this Raccoon deck. It is unreal. I pick up just a bunch of things I pick up from Ramp because there's some expensive cards in this deck. I get some Junkblade Bruiser. I pick up a Polywallop and a Conduct Electricity as removal spells, as well as 3 Pathmakers and 3 Tree Guard Duos, which are all really interesting spells. Like I say, I almost picked that Bark Form Harvester, but I don't end up picking it. Alright, so we've ended up with a deck that looks like this. It's a sort of higher curve than I'd typically like, but that's okay because I have 4 Wandertail Mentors, which is absolutely wild. Uh, this deck will be very interesting to see play out. I have only the 2 1-drops. I do have an extra Sunshower Druid, but I feel like I won't want it as much because generally my game plan is I want to play a turn 2 Wandertail Mentor into either a Offspringed Steam Path Charger or any of my lots of 4-drops. And then, of course, I have a decent amount of high-costed things to help me expend more and more. I have my Expend Lord as well as 2 Trample Givers. We're just trying to do raccoon things. Let's get into the games. Alright. Welcome back. Welcome to game number 1 of our Raccoon draft from Bloomburrow. This is a fantastic hand. I can curve a turn 2 Mentor into either a Mentor and a Sazcap Screw or a Roughshod Duo and Sunshower Druid, which can both put some counters onto my Mentor. I could even play Sunshower Druid turn 1, but I'm not sure I want to. That is definitely a keep. The only thing I could really want is 1 extra land, but, you know, sometimes you just hope to draw what you hope to draw. Alright. Opponent plays a turn 1 island with no play, and we draw the the third land, which is exactly what we wanted, which means that we have the mana to expend 4 on turn 2. They're in blue-green frogs, which means they're probably a little slower, but they could have a few different pieces of removal. I think I'm going to go with the double mentor route, just because it adds more counters over time. So I'm not going to give them a fish. I will just discard a forest to draw 2. And both my mentors will get a counter. Drawn 2. Ooh, Veteran's very good. So next turn, I guess maybe I should have played the forest instead of the mountain, but how was I to know? Interesting. So expending 4 would get me big enough to fucking blast through that Mind Whisker. On the other hand, the only way to do that is to at least tap one of these guys. So I think I'm going to slam the Fecund Green Shell, which is a bigger removal target than either of the mentors, and gives me even more power to attack with next turn. So I'm gonna go with this. Alright, Green Shell comes down. I do get a draw to hand, which is a little sad. I would have liked a land there to hit the battlefield, but that's alright. They do have black, and I did see them play a rat, which means that it is very possible they are primarily rats as opposed to primarily frogs, as I initially thought, but either way, not too worried. They obviously do have good odds of having some kind of removal. Ooh. Okay. Sure. Believe yourself to be the aggro deck opponent, and maybe it'll come true. No. Let's go with the Roughshod. Then 4, give them trample. Doesn't really matter what I'm giving trample to. I will put the counter onto the Green Shell, which just means it doesn't die to Polywallop, because Polywallop can deal, and a free land. Polywallop would deal 6 damage to the Green Shell with the Mind Whisker, but they cannot do that. Granted, I don't see a way for them to get out of this at all. I think they might just be dead, because next turn I can... Yeah. I have a couple options next turn. I think the Roughshod Duo might have been the play just because it gives trample, but as opposed to the more power around the board from the Brambleguard Veteran. But either way, game 1. I'll see you in game 2. Alright, and this is game number 2 of my Bloomburrow draft. We are playing Raccoons today. Once again on the play, lucky me. This is an interesting one. I have exclusively 4 and 5 drops, but a fantastic array of lands. I do think I should mulligan this, look for one of my 2 drops to go with. This is interesting. I don't want to go to 5, so I think I'm going to keep this and bottom the High Stride, and I'm okay with this, I guess. Not perfect, but we'll have to draw a couple lands. Ideally, if we can draw the... Not that, I was going to say our 2-drop, our Mana Dork that I don't remember the name of. That'd be great. Uh-oh. This is the opposite of what we wanted to have happen. If we don't draw any lands for like 3 more turns, I'm probably just dead. And granted, they're playing white-blue, so... Okay, yeah. Not in a great spot. Luckily, we did hit the 3rd land. I believe at this point, we kind of gotta hit 2 land drops back to back to have a chance. They are certainly going on the aggro. If I hit a land, I'm going to play this Pathmaker because it gives me a chance to find another land for next turn, or just some good card. I do have Polywallop in here, and I have my 5-drop removal spell. Ugh, Aza. Not, wrong order. I needed this last, I needed this last turn and then the land the turn after. Uh-oh. Very scared. Might have to chump block this turn even. It's like, if I can get to my Green Shell, it has Reach, which is a fantastic block. I'd love to chump block that guy, but I don't see when that's happening. I think I just gotta let it happen. This turn, I think, has to be Pathmaker. Unless I top deck a land, in which case I can play my Turtle. Okay, counterspells in this set. There's the blue-blue counterspell. There's definitely more that I'm not remembering. I guess if I get counterspelled, I get counterspelled, but I don't see a way out of this without slamming a creature. Is there a straight up counterspell? Ah, okay. We've got a removal spell from the opponent. That's actually kind of okay. Green Shell might be able. Honestly, probably not. I have to block, I think, the Angler this turn and hope they just don't have anything to do about it. And then. Yikes. And then I would take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if they can find any pump spell. I'm actually just dead in 2 turns. I think I might just be dead. There might not be a way out. Oh, okay, maybe there is a way out because they didn't swing out, which is very interesting. If I can find a removal spell for my for this guy, that would be great. What would I play here? Pathmaker's best odds of hitting a removal spell. I can already have someone that can at least block Beza. Big creature. This is the most mana spent, which gives me the biggest body. This is also 4 power though, and draws me into options, possibly? I'll do this. Okay, that's fine. I guess I didn't think about the other thing. I would have gotten a green shell trigger out of any of these 3, so perhaps it was actually the worst option that I played. Although, maybe not, because I think being able to block 4 power with the Pathmaker is probably better, but at this point, I don't really know. Might just be chumping anyways if they attack with this Angler. Okay, so they do equip the Looter. That's not their only attack? Oh, okay. Oh. Ugh. Taking 3. If I block the 5 and one of these, I'm dead if I don't find a removal spell, but I think I'm dead if I don't find a removal spell anyways. I have one extra turn off of it, but I don't think doing this a different way helps me more. I guess the other option would be this, right? Killing the Angler. And I take... Oh, no, because that leaves me dead. Right. That'd bring me to 1. Bring me to 1, but if I can block here, here, and kill... Oh, but they'll have this still. Here, 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 and kill something? I think I have to chump. Because my only outs for removal spells are like 5 mana or more, and I wouldn't be able to survive with just a spell like that and something with a creature into one of those. I guess Polywallop's a little cheaper, but... Okay, so first step to surviving this. You can get big in Vigilance. Can I hit a land? Unfortunately means I am just dead if they attack out, but maybe they don't know. It's always possible your opponent forgets to hit the attack button. That's not a good sign. Okay. You got it, opponent. Alright, well, game number 2 is a loss, but that is alright. I will see you in game number 3. Hello, 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 and welcome to game number 3! We are doing a Bloomburrow draft, playing some raccoons, and this hand looks keepable, I think. We are on the draw this time, but I have a turn 3 play into a turn 4 play, turn 5 play. I didn't like this card last game, so if I don't like it this game either, I'm probably going to switch it out before game number 4 for something else. But I do feel like it's good when you can be aggressive with it. do you keep, opponent? Really taking their time on this decision. Maybe I can cut this part out. Well, while I'm waiting, why don't you guys leave in the comments what your favorite tribe from Bloomburrow is. I am personally privy to the frogs, because that was my pre-release deck. But who knows? I think there are other. I think I like a lot of them, honestly. Some really good ones in there. Okay, turn one land. Opponent in mouse colors. Okay, but no 1 or 2 drop. That is okay. They finally have a creature, which is good. You'd expect mice to have a lot of creatures. I will play my Roughshod Hero. Ideally, they slam a like 4-drop creature or 3-drop creature and then go to combat, because then they could be tapped out. Like that. Although, not what I was hoping for, because now they actually got too big for my Roughshod duo. Oh well. No worries. If the gift was promised to attach it to a creature, I think I do want to attach it to a creature. The question is, do I want to be the aggro, or do I want to stay on defense? Because you can safely block anything, but Banishing Light exists in this set. Banishing Light's really the only scary thing. Any of the other removal spells should just be like combat tricks. And I am at 12. If I attack, they take it down to 13. No, if I could hold up my high strat, I probably would. I will not attack. I will leave them be. Okay. They found their 4th land. Crumb and Get It does exist, which means I think I should block the rabbit and take 5, possibly more. If they have Crumb and Get It, they have Crumb and Get It. Although, I don't know if it was better to do it differently there. I think that's still probably correct, right? Because they can give me the food and save their rabbit, but they choose not to give me the food. Interesting decision. I do think green shell is the choice. Ooh, we get a land off of it. I wish those lands came in untapped. It would be so much cooler. But I'm okay with this. It means next turn we'll have the mana to... Okay, that's fantastic. I'm shocked they did not go straight to combat, but they did that first. Should I just play the Raccoon Rallier, or should I play Big Guy? Big Guy means I can't hold up High Stride, which is actually a card I think I might want to hold up, but this is a better blocker. I think I'm going to play the Raccoon Rallier. And then, actually, I don't think I am going to hold up High Stride, because those are both raccoons. I like that. I think I like that better. Having slightly larger creatures like that. And then next turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. If I top deck a land, I can play this and give it a counter and hold up High Stride. I do not. That's okay. Do I do him anyway? Or maybe I just do that and hold up High Stride anyway. And not hold up High Stride. I could do this and that, or I could do this and put a counter on him. I think I'll play the Junk Blade Bruiser and put a counter on him. The equip is 3. Oh, wait! Oh, I'm so smart. Better. Good. This taps for mana, which means I am holding up High Stride. It means I could go on the offensive. I don't think I will, though, because I don't think swinging a 4/6 into them is a effective strategy at the moment. And I do think I've set up a pretty good wall. Orders Overflow is perfectly fine. Probably draw 2 cards off of it, if maybe 3. I don't mind that for 4 mana. Draw land. I suppose just equip here. Make my Trampler an 8/9. 8/9 trample. If they triple blocked, I would be able to kill 2 of their creatures. That would be the big ones. I'm okay with that. Let's get in there. And also, I can get 1 more land out. I will have achieved 10 lands for Green Shell, which is a great. Really? You must have 2 lands in hand. Really? Oh. Wow. No white mana. That's so unfortunate for them. But great for me. Alright. Still have High Stride. I could have moved over the axe, but I don't think it was necessary. Okay. Sure. Because look at the blowout I'm gonna get. They can attack with him, and they think, oh, it's a trade. But it's not a trade. In secret, I have amassed High Stride mana. Ooh, piece of candy. Wait, I'd have to discard my High Stride. Maybe I discard. I'm gonna discard my Mentor. And I'll put 2 here. Which, if I draw, I'm fine. Everything's fine. It's all worth it in the end. This is what we're here for. I now have lethal. Ooh, what happens if I attack out? Do I die? They go block. Yeah, okay, never mind. I cannot attack out. But that's okay. I can just take my time, because at this point, they can't even kill this guy. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16... Wait, never mind. They can kill this guy if they block with literally everything. I guess not. Yeah. They would have to block with Seedglaive Mentor, among other things, which is fine by me. Yeah, I'm feeling good. Feeling pretty good. What have you, opponent? They have the Salty Rope. Well, we can enjoy this relaxing stream. Not a Salty Rope. They're just thinking about blocks because a lot of things to think about there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's not even enough to do that. Let's do this order. 4, 8, 11, 12, 13. Oh, I'm still gonna even deal a damage. This is great. This is fantastic. I don't die. I deal 1 to them. And my Mentor gets an extra counter. Good luck. They should be dead. I don't know what they could draw to get out of this. Board wipe? That's not it. If I draw a 4-drop, they're deader than dead. Huzzah! That's the game I'm talking about. Alright. Game number 3 win. I will see you in game number 4. Alright. We have found game number 4 in our Bloomburrow draft. We are playing raccoons as always. Love a hand keep opening on my green shell, which love to see it. I think this is a snap keep. Can turn 2 mentor. Turn 3 could be tree guard duo. Ideally, another 2-drop would be better because this doesn't do anything if I have to tap out for it. Its ability is not as effective, but I do think I will play it anyways just to get my expend trigger and have a creature on board. Oh! Opponent, how could you? How rude. Okay. That's alright. It's annoying, for sure, but it's alright. It just slows me down by a turn to play a little differently. It means that I'm probably going to be able to actually use that, because I can play the Tree Guard duo, give it haste with the Rallier, and hit them for 5. Which is fine. Interesting choice. They're in white-red, but they're playing the Kindle Spark duo. That is interesting. Interesting. Yeah, let's play a Tree Guard duo. I will say, the one thing I don't have at the moment is, because they killed my mentor, I am currently 1 mana short of my green shell next turn. So, I might have to play the Starforged Sword instead. Oh, what you got? Show me what you got. Have raccoon sleeves. Aw, what a good little guy. He's just a little guy. Another Kindle Spark duo. Are they Boros Kindle Spark duo aggro? Is this their game plan, is just Kindle Spark duos for days? I don't know. I also guess I'm also in fucking duos for days. I will paste up another duo, I guess, and go a swinging. You may be hitting me for 1 this turn, but you're taking 9 down to 6. Next turn I can Starforged Sword on the Rallier, which means I would have to block the Rallier to survive the turn. But they will not do that. They're holding up 3 mana. I'm gonna wait because I think I know. I think they might be holding up the 2 mana bat removal spell. And if they are, I want to be able to untap through it to High Stride. Show me Sonar Strike. Just a double block, which means they could have a pump spell, I guess. Either way, High Stride can get through it. Ah, I see. Okay. Sure, untap your creatures. You did not promise a gift, which means if I do this, Tree Guard Dura survives? Mm-hmm. Can hit me for damage, but like Gloria Gaynor before me, I will survive. Alright. And now either of my Tree Guard duos or both of my other creatures are lethal, so I'll have to find 3 blockers, 2 blockers now with 1 mana. Sure, they can do it. They've got something up their sleeve. Let's just do this. I think I'll equip this onto the Rallier. Right? Because I don't know why. But it feels right. Maybe it should have been on the Charger. And either way, I don't think they survive this. If they... I guess, yeah, it should have been on the Charger, because then if they kill the Charger and leave the Rallier through, then they would die. But they did not have anything. I don't know if there's anything in this set for 1 mana that gets you out of that one. Ah! Oh no, not the waiting screen. My ruse! The games don't just magically appear in front of me. That was game number 4. I will see you in game number 5. Game number 5 in the Bloomburrow draft. We are currently 3 and 1. Wait, is this game number 6? No, this has got to be game number 5. Only time will tell. Great hand. Anyways, whatever it is, we're at 1 loss and at least 3 wins, maybe 4 wins. Maybe this is game 6, and I'm just not remembering. But either way, our opponent's playing white with Treasure Hunt sleeves, which could mean anything. We've got a Wandertail Mentor on turn 2, followed up by another one and a Rallier on turn 3 to double trigger our Mentors, and then on turn 4 we can Pathmaker or Polywallop, just do whatever I need to. 3 opponents back to back on Boros. Interesting. This opponent leads with a Carrot Cake. Good card. Play my Mentor, and pass the turn. I've been doing a bunch of these drafts on my own time, not recording them. This is the first time I'm recording, but I've been doing a bunch of these drafts, but I've been doing them without headphones in or any volume on the computer. So this is the first time I'm actually hearing the music for the set. Very pretty. I like it. Oh, look at me! Woo! Yeah, love to see it. The Tangle Tumbler is a little scary, but all I really have to do is just hold up Polywallop. Yeah, I think their plan is to just get in with the Tangle Tumbler, so I will just hold up my Polywallop. La, 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 la. Tangle Tumble me, opponent. Oh my gosh, they're crewing their vehicle. Who could have seen this coming? Oh, and that's expend 4! Oops it up. We are doing great. I didn't even think about the fact that this is 4 mana on a spell, so it's expending 4. They would have lost their Tumbler and taken 10 damage this turn, down to 13. Yeah, not very good for them. I will see you in game number 6 then. I was right. Last game was game number 5, which means this is game number 6. We are playing some more Bloomburrow draft with raccoons. Opponents on the play, keeping a hand of 7. I can't keep this because I don't have all my colors, but if this was a mountain, this would be such a good hand. Ugh, what a shame. Oh, good. I did not recognize this as a land in the first half a second I was looking at it. This is a great hand. I'll keep this and throw back one of my duos. Alright. I love that the avatar they have of, I think that's Helga. That's so cute. Ooh, an opponent on white. Who could have seen this coming? They gonna play a mountain turn 2? Oh my gosh! Why who could have predicted such bad things? An opponent playing Boros? I've never seen this before. Other than the last 4 games I've played. Sure. I will block the shit out of that mouse. I'm gonna play Pathmaker, I think, anticipating not playing the card that I actually exile. I probably want to play Green Shell for two reasons. One, this card's better with more creatures, and if I play it with the Green Shell out, it triggers Green Shell. I'm going to play this, and if I hit something really good off of my exile the top card, maybe I do cast. Okay, maybe I will cast that one. You know, maybe I will. Another upside of the Pathmaker over the Duo is that Pathmaker does block a lot better because it has 4 power to block this mouse. Makes it harder for them to keep it alive if they want to slam an attack through. Although, okay, well, yeah, that'll work, I guess. You're gonna give it haste, give it a +1. That's fine. I think it is worth delaying by a turn to play the Conduct Electricity. So I will do that. Because I could play Green Shell, which is obviously good, but that Mentor will only grow, especially with flying is very scary. It could be dead in like 2 turns. So instead, I will simply kill their creature and get it for 4. Even the life totals a little bit. And at this point, now next turn, I can play the Green Shell. Sure. I can play the Green Shell, expend, and attack with both of my creatures, which is just fantastic value. And I hit a land! Lucky me. Yeah, I'm gonna trade. You are no longer the beatdown opponent. We're both at 11, and I have 9 power on board. Which, honestly, even just with the Duo is lethal. But they have a blocker, of course. I don't know what's better next turn. Probably just the Duo, because... Good. If I do this... Okay, so another option. I could play the Duo. Play the Raccoon Rallier. I guess play the Raccoon Rallier, play the Duo, and attack with Green Shell. But he's pumped. I don't know if it's the play, but I want to try it. It seems interesting. Yeah. And here's, so, give this guy Vigilance. Oh, that was silly of me. I should have given this Vigilance, because then I could attack and do that later. That's alright, though. I'm gonna do this. Get my counter on each of those guys. And attack. Granted, they were gonna have to chump anyways, but they No, that was a mistake on my part. I could have forced them to take 6 and go to 5 and then be dead. And yeah, my mistake didn't matter, but that is certainly a mistake on my end. That is 6 games down, 5 wins in the bag. 2 more wins, we could see ourselves at a flawless, not flawless, but a 7-win draft. But who knows? I will see you in game number 7. Alright, we are back with game 7 of our Bloomburrow draft. We are playing Raccoons, as always. Ooh, with a good hand, too. Wandertail Mentor into... Actually, I'm not sure what I want to do that into. Duo would be good, but you're tapping out to play the Duo and then you're not getting the ability. Sword is obviously interesting. Maybe I could do Sword with the fish and then play Duo the turn after, and if I draw a 4th land. If I draw my one of my 2 1-drops, I could do Roughshod into a 1-drop, which honestly might be the strongest play. I want it mulligan down to 6, I think, which is great for me. Another white player. It's not quite perfect at the moment. That's alright. Make it work. If I draw another 2-drop now, another 2-drop would be fantastic. I do not. I think... I don't know what to think. I think I'm not expending this turn. I think I'm playing my Roughshod duo. I'm attacking and playing the duo. They don't block because they're scared of a pump spell. So free 2 damage, and I play my duo. Then next turn, I play a land. Wait. This doesn't work the way I wanted it to. Because I would have needed the duo in hand for what I wanted. Light green this time at least. Rabbits, pump, then draw a card. Sure. Do I want to expend this turn or set up again? I think I expend and then set up the next turn. Yeah. I'll pump you, get you a counter, and then this sword will enter, equip to my Roughshod duo, and I'll attack for 10. Yeah, because next turn, I can either just play my Tree Guard duo, or I could play Wandertail Mentor into Tree Guard duo, which would tap my other Mentor, which is a shame, but would give me an extra creature on board. It would be +2. It would be +1 damage from the duo, but -4 damage from the Mentor, but gives me a better Mentor for the next turn with the other guy. Interesting. A lot of blockers. They're at 8. What happens if I go attacking? Let's see what they do, I guess. They attack with their Harvest-Tide Host. I probably kill them on the crackback. They do not. And I just draw a land, which doesn't change anything. Okay, so here's the thoughts. Tree Guard duo is +3. But it's actually +5 because they'll each get a trigger for +1. So Tree Guard duo counts for 5 damage. I have 9 on board, which is 14. -6 is 8, and they have more than 6 toughness, which makes me want to play my Mentor and then the duo just on the Roughshod duo, which would be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They still have to block 4 toughness, but it takes away a decent chunk of their board and leaves me better setup for next turn. And if I draw a 4 mana value or higher spell for next turn, then they'll probably just be dead, no matter what they play next turn. Or they just accept death this turn. Okay. Sure. Huh. Not the move I would have gone with opponent, but it was a good match. I will see you in game number 8. That's the sound of game number 8 coming at you. We are on the play with 4 lands. I think I'm going to keep this. I think I'm going to keep this, but I'm probably going to skip my turn 3 play unless I draw something to play, because I don't think I want to do it. I think I want to do nothing turn 3. I mean, attack them for 2, I guess. I think I want to attack them for 2 turn 3. Play a 5-drop turn 4, and then play a 4-drop turn 5. The one downside is if they had Saver specifically, but they're already not holding up their... There's no stops for them, which means I don't think they have the 2 mana removal spell. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Let's play Junk Blade Bruiser. And that is a 7-1 draft. Alrighty. Thank you very much for staying tuned. Let's go to a quick deck. I guess I'll do this right now because I should have paused the recording and then done this later. Whatever, I'm learning. All right, this was our 7-in-1 deck for Bloomburrow draft with raccoons. This is the first time I've drafted raccoons in the set. I've drafted almost every tribe at this point. Raccoons, I believe, were the last one on my list, and they did pretty good by my account. Turns out, this guy's really good. I do like Wandertail Mentor. I have had my ass kicked by this card a lot, but I like it. I like it. With the Tree Guard duo was a solid, even though it's not a raccoon. Did not ever get to see Brambleguard Veteran go off. Granted, the 3-drops were a little awkward just on the trying to get to cast expend 4, but I did like these guys giving trample, and I think if I had played that, the Brambleguard Veteran would have posed a very powerful threat. Green Shell was fantastic in the deck. Honestly, just a good deck all around. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you next time.